반갑습니다.
네, 신문에서는 뵀습니다.
한이 회장님이시고요.
네.
한이 위원도 회장님이시고 여기는 송영희 우리 김치 사장님이고 평통 위원님이십니다. 여기는
안녕하세요. 제가 통화는 한 적이 있는데 처음 뵙습니다. 노영래입니다.
입니다. 그래서 이렇게 다 할아버지들.
자, 하나, 둘, 셋. 오, 예.
Seen, never forgotten.
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to have this one.
I haven't got any
Actually,
cards left.
I have, okay, this is new National Unification Advisory Council. We are all the members.
Oh, the embassy.
Yes.
Naughty.
Because we give it to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll give
We,
it
we
to
present each
To all.
veteran.
Yeah, well, we're all getting together on the 27th.
Yes, yeah, I'll be there in Otaki school.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
coming
yeah,
to Otaki
with,
too?
with the Army veterans.
Alan Cole is
Yes,
going to
Alan
be
Cole,
there.
Tony, and probably Peter and
Yeah,
Gus.
well,
7일날
talking to
만난다.
Peter yesterday,
Uh-huh.
and he said there's about 10.
Yeah.
There's about 10 from there. I mean, you know, after when Owen passed away, Owen Greason,
Yeah, last year.
when he passed away, well, it's not
Yeah, I met Owen many times.
that as such. So we ended up, I say we, the Wellington region, career veterans,
Yeah.
when New Zealand Career Veterans Association was wound up by the Auckland and Waikato cabal. I was national president at that stage of it,
Right.
and I couldn't stop them. They'd put their heads together and said, "No, that's enough. You know, we've had enough." The upshot of all that was I came back from the annual general meeting in Gisborne and had a meeting of the Wellington, what had been the Wellington branch,
Yeah.
career veterans, and said, you know, they've wrapped up. So what do you guys want to do? You know, we want to carry on. So I said, yeah, okay. Since then, I've lost. I didn't count them up. Bob Hammond's passed away. Ted Marion passed away.
One from Tennybo.
John Belden passed away. You know, there's Wally Wollstonholmes passed away. I've lost about 6 or 7
Yeah.
members. You know. I mean, they were all getting pretty old and ornery, not like me.
You look pretty good.
And you know, and we've carried on, and slowly but surely they're passing away to the point where I've got, I think, eight guys.
Yeah, we should continue.
Yeah,
You know?
and
As long as
they're
we can
adamant
do.
that they're going to go on meeting. You know.
Yes, absolutely.
And I didn't want to be the president of it, and I don't call myself the president of the Wellington Region Career Veterans. I call myself the organiser.
Organizer, yes. Yes. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so you know that's
That's
where we are.
Yeah.
The expats here, the Korean community here, we never see them. You know, I used to with Ambassador Yo.
Yeah.
I would tell him what we were doing and rely on him to tell the Korean expats that you know what we were doing. And the last 2 meetings that we've had 2 or 3 expat Koreans to the meeting, but not like you guys and the Manawatu. So about all we do is sit around and grumble.
Everything changes, but I think it's good bond between veterans and veterans family and the Korean community. We can continue as long as that's our wish. So because it's a real bond.
Yeah. No, I reckon Manawatu were lucky to have guys like you around. You know.
Yes, we are lucky. Many still very active, and
but they're down to about 4 or 5 regular members now.
Yeah.
Wanganui's got 1.
2 or 1? Last
one.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's Ron Pocock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And another one. We had a meeting in early March this year. So from Wanganui, Ron and who else? Kay, Graham. No, not Graham. Who passed away last time? The widow came.
Yeah.
From 6 or 7 from Wanganui this year, and we had around 8 from Palmerston also. And at the time, Gus came or not? Anyway, we have total 15.
Yeah.
I know. 15.
We used to, in the old days, when we were NZKVA, before they shut it down,
It's not.
we had about 15 or 18 members that came to all the meetings.
Yeah, Auckland, Wellington.
We would go to Manawatu.
Yes.
And we did that for quite a long time.
Yeah.
Going back and
3 years
forward.
ago, you and others came.
Well, I never missed a meeting. I never missed the Manawatu meetings.
Thank you so much.
And I reckon that was the way we ought to go. You know, the Wellington branch had Manawatu was considered to be part of the Wellington branch.
Yeah.
Wanganui had a fairly strong group
And now is
until Jim Nielsen stuffed it up.
Yeah.
Pardon the Latin. But Jim Nielsen really ruined Wanganui. He lost more members than enough, to the point where some of the guys, one of them, Noel Guslau from Wanganui, who was my best man when I got married 60 odd years ago, we were mates in Korea. And he just stopped going to the KVA meetings in Wanganui,
any personal
as
reason?
did a number of other veterans, because of the way Jim Nielsen was behaving.
Very disappointed.
So that was the Wanganui group never really recovered from that. And New Plymouth, of course, it's not a very big area, and there weren't that many veterans up there. So after NZKVA was put to bed, and my guys here in Wellington said, we want to carry on,
Yes.
And I've sort of become the go-to man for the embassy. If anything crops up, it's always the embassy ringing me and saying,
It's really, we appreciate you stepping in. Then you can
well, I
just
didn't set out to be like that. I really didn't set out to be like that. Mind you, I don't have much else to do now. I've got a shed full of motorbikes and a car park full of.
You said motorbike.
Yeah. Well, you must have seen the photo of me that's been flashing around. There's a.
Wow.
If you're interested in motorbikes, I'll take you out there and.
How many cc engine? 300 or 500?
All that sort of thing. That's a modern bike
Yeah.
because I was. I used to do a fair bit of flying, and friend, but that's the Hastings.
It's a long way from
And
here to Hawkesbury.
after my wife passed away, this is what 6 years ago this week. She passed away, and I'm laying in bed one morning, and I looked out the window, and it's a nice day like today, calm and everything. And I jump on my bike and take off up to maybe 200 and something odd miles, 210 miles.
Yeah.
And like I say, it used to take me 4.5, 4 3/4 hours to
Scenic
get
drive.
there. Now, this particular morning, I was looking at there, and I thought, what I really need is a modern bike. I mean, the 1953 bike will travel all day.
All day,
Yeah,
wow.
but it's hard work. Really hard work. I enjoyed it, but
Yeah.
it was hard work.
80 kilometers per hour.
So I'm sitting here and looking at the trade meet, and I saw a Guzzy. My young son, who's 62, he runs a motorbike business in Tauranga, and he's a Guzzy man.
Yeah.
So, and I saw this Guzzy on trade meet.
Yeah.
So,
Still good value for money or still good value?
good value.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it cheap. I paid 10 grand for it, and it had done 800 miles, which is from here to Christchurch and back to here.
Yeah.
And the guy that bought it in Wellington, rode it to Christchurch,
So, and
died in Christchurch.
wasting money.
His brother got it, and his brother was a Harley man,
Oh.
and he wanted to. He didn't want the Guzzy, so he rode it back from Christchurch back to Wellington.
Yeah.
And took it into Scooterazzi's, the Guzzy agents in Wellington. And they didn't want to know him. They'd sold it, that got rid of it. So it was put on Trade Me, and I found out that it was Motor Traders in Lower Hutt had it. So I knew them, and Grant, my son, knew them. So I went over and said to Todd, the owner of the place, "Where's this Guzzy you got on Trade Me?" He said, "Down the end of the showroom." So I went down and had a look at it, went for a ride on it, and I thought, seven. So I said,
Yeah,
"Well,
he's-
how much you want for it?" And he said, "Make me an offer.
Yeah.
I'm selling it on behalf of the owner." So I buried my tongue firmly in my cheek. "I'll give you 10 grand for it." They were 15 or 17, up to 17,000. And I got it for 10. And I started riding that backward and forward. Instead of doing 4 3/4 hours on a bike, I was doing it in 3.5 hours from here. So that's the history of the Guzzy. But my other ones, my Norton's a 1938 Norton, which I first sat on when I was 14, I think 14 or 15 in Napier.
We have a couple of questions. We collecting veterans' point of view, your point of view
Yeah.
about in order to achieve peace in Korea, what's your opinion? Well, what do you think about to achieve peace in Korea? It's currently still lots of changes and sometimes politically unstable.
My biggest regret is that I can't go back to Korea for the 70th anniversary. I left Korea on July the 24th, 1953. And you know what that date is, don't you?
Yeah.
The ceasefire.
Ceasefire next day.
And I ended up in the guard room because two or three of us got up on the roof of the transit barracks in Seoul. We were coming home.
Yeah.
And we wanted to see the ceasefire, see the end of the war. And so from up on the roof of the transit, FMA transit barracks in Seoul, which was a 3-story building, you're well up.
Quite high.
You can see the whole skyline.
Yeah.
And we were waiting for the last gun flash, which happened at 4 minutes past 10. And I met the guy who actually called that shot, British gunnery officer. And I won't bore you with his story, but it was really quite humorous because the next morning, after they'd poured a lot of hardware onto these 3 or 4 Chinese blokes that are out in the middle of no man's land in front of one of the British battalions. The next morning, come daylight, and the 3 or 4 Chinese that had been the subject of the target that this guy had called still there and still alive and still mucking around out in no man's land. So anyway, that's beside the point. But,
The 24th of July. 24th of July.
24th of July.
Okay, before the ceasefire day.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, it's good.
When I was in Seoul, coming home after I'd been there for just short of, or just slightly longer than 18 months.
Peace. Yeah.
Yep. One more about what's the essential step? What's the essential step for to keep the peace in Korea?
Oh.
Essential step. Do you think it's more
Well,
talk or political talk?
you remember Yongku Park?
Yeah.
The ambassador.
Yeah, Mr.
Yes.
Yeah, too bad.
Previous. Yeah.
Park Yong-gyu.
Yes.
It used to annoy him what I'm about to say. The first time I've been up to Korea 4 times.
After that,
Yeah, 4 times. And when I first started going back to Korea, everybody that I spoke to wanted reunification.
yes, yeah, that's the
One
dream.
Korea.
Yeah, our wish.
And you know, university students and everybody else that I spoke to up there, one Korea.
Yes.
Last time I was up there was the 70th anniversary of the Korean Army, or the Republic of Korea Army. And that was in 2014, I think.
Army.
I was invited to go up there by Minister Park, who was the Minister of Patriots and Veterans Affairs. He and I got on like house on fire. You know, we were mates, more or less. I got him out here to New Zealand to formally present the Sigmund Rhee presidential citation to 16th Field, which was awarded 16th Field after Kapyong.
Yeah.
You know about Kapyong, of course.
Gapyeong. Yeah.
Kapyong.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's
Gapyong.
Gapyeong. Yeah. That's the very severe battlefield. Yeah.
Well, 16th Field were awarded the unit presidential citation by Sigmund Reid.
Yeah.
And when news of that got back to New Zealand, our government here said, no, we can't do that. That's a foreign decoration, and you know, we can't allow New Zealand troops to wear it. So, and this went on for years. Guys who were at Cap Yong and had been right up in close quarters, and they weren't allowed to wear the unit citation, which is just a little rectangle on the, like the Aussies, like the Aussie. Pardon me. Like the Aussie swimming pool, shaped like a little blue swimming pool. They got that from the American president, from Eisenhower, I think. And so when I became North Island vice president, this was leading up to me being the national president, and I'd met Minister Park in Korea, and you know, we were friends, great friends, in fact. And I thought, now there's a way of doing this. I will talk to Ambassador No, as he was, and Ambassador No, and this, I'm going back 4 or 5 ambassadors back. And I said to him over lunch one day, what about you talking to our Prime Minister and seeing if we can get some movement on UNIT's presidential citation from Sigmund Reid? So he said, well, it's not really my place to do that, you know. It has to come from the government, my government, the Korean government. So I said, well, can you set things in motion somewhere so that we can get this thing sorted out? It went on for another 18 months, 2 years, and finally I got a letter from Minister Park. I got a copy of a letter from Minister Park to the Prime Minister of New Zealand, suggesting that you know, they should, New Zealand government should allow the veterans and the unit to wear this president's citation. And then I went back to Korea after that, and Minister Park, I met him in Busan actually. He was at the United Nations Cemetery, and I'd gone down to Busan with our defence attaché. And Minister Park said that his government had spoken strongly to the New Zealand government. The New Zealand government had agreed that, you know, it was a nonsense that, you know, the president's citation couldn't be worn by New Zealand soldiers. And it all sort of came about within months of that meeting, where the Queen approved the wearing of the Korean president's citation for New Zealand troops. I mean, the Aussies had the American one, and that was a foreign decoration too, but, and they went ahead and wore it. So when I heard that, I said, I would like you, Minister Park, to come out to New Zealand and formally present the unit citation to 16 Field. Yeah. And you know, this was up here, way above my pay rate, you know. And the next thing you know, he comes out to New Zealand. And Minister Park came out to New Zealand. They had a formal parade in Linton. Formally presented the unit, the secondary unit, citation. And we rounded up all the career veterans who were at 16, or with 16 Field at Kapyong, and they were all presented with the citations by Minister Park. And from that moment on, Minister Park and I were like this.
Great achievement.
There were several other veterans that were involved at various levels, and it doesn't really matter who was responsible. It's been done, and now 16th Field Regiment can wear the unit citation as long as they are on the posted strength of 16th Field. When they leave 16th Field, you post it out to somewhere else. They'll take it off because it's the unit citation.
And actually, I'm looking forward to you and other Wellington veterans in 2 weeks' time. So I don't know many of them, but I'm looking forward to seeing other veterans from Wellington area.
Well, if you come to Otaki on the 27th,
yes, absolutely,
you'll see.
I'm traveling down to Otaki with army veterans and widows. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
There's a lot of widows now.
Yes. I met them this year and later last year. November last year we do Ambassador year, and later November, and this year again. So, and actually I visited all widows to deliver the masks. So they are really keen to come to another meeting. So,
but like I say, time's taking its toll on us.
That's right. So anyway, we'll keep in touch.
I sidetracked myself by starting to talk about the unit citation. You asked what are our views on the career for the future. Like I said, the first time I went up there, everybody was saying reunify. One career. The last time I was up there, the main thrust now seems to be get rid of the DMZ, but let Kim Jong-un work his magic in North Korea and run North Korea, because there's nothing that anybody can do about that. And we're not interested in reunification. This is the sort of view that I got, was from the Koreans that I spoke to up there. They don't really want reunification.
Now things change.
That they're quite happy to be the Republic of South Korea. And so our guys, and I'm one of them, say if that's what the bloody South Koreans want to do, then good on them. Good on them. Let them do it.
It's very good observation.
And let Kim Jong-un chew his own juices up there with the Russians and Chinese. So
it's
that's the view.
It's not easy task. For last 70 years, then still on. It's really hard. We don't know when and how to do.
And his sister looks like being worse than him.
They are all educated in Western country.
But what I'm saying is that North Korea and they're human beings just like everybody else, just like you and me. I mean, they all put their trousers on one leg at a time, if you understand that saying. And it seems to me that Kim Jong-un's sister is more warlike than Kim Jong-un is, you know, and more determined to be the kingpin in North Korea.
Still young.
And yeah, what's going to happen when Kim Jong-un finally falls off his perch and she takes over?
Just continue, keep continuing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the worst scenario.
I mean, you know, that whole family.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a dictatorship. There's no two ways about that.
There's very
Nobody's got any say. Except,
strong power
yeah.
under the dictatorship.
So does that answer your question?
Yeah,
You-
yes.
Yeah.
That's a good observation.
I'm with the South Koreans. You know, it's a futile business trying to bring them together, and I think the general population of South Korea have come to that conclusion that there are better things for them to do than fight over the DMZ and what have you. So the one thing that worries me now is Mr. Bloody Trump and this COVID virus. They're losing tens of thousands of people are being killed off by this virus, and America is in, I think, some danger of losing its power because of the virus.
Yeah.
And I think the Chinese are just sitting back there waiting, and they'll make a move somewhere along the way, and that worries me, because we've had enough war up there. I mean, the war goes back to the Japanese in 1936. That's where it started.
Yes.
And it sort of spread down the
Down to, all the Pacific.
Chinese and Asian
And Pacific.
coast. And
Oh, you used to have this one, this roll. 이거 아세요?
예, 이거 그 대사관에서 나온 건가요?
no, you can't have it.
아니에요.
No, you cannot have it.
This is roll. 참여한 군 병사들 다 목록이에요, 이름.
아하.
한국전에. 토니 스미스 showed me.
Yeah,
평소에 참석한
이 사진
뉴질랜드?
찍어놨어요.
뉴질랜드 국가만 참여했던
예, 뉴질랜드에서 간 게 4,000명이 넘거든요.
네,
그 사람들 명단이 다 있는 거예요, 여기에.
Woody, has Tony got one?
Yes, yeah. He showed me.
I wondered where the hell he's getting his
No, I
information
don't.
from.
He showed
Oh,
me.
it's just only name.
Because I didn't know about this role.
Oh.
So he was holding this one. Oh, what is it? It's the New Zealand.
예.
4,000명.
4,000명이 다
그럼
있다고
데이빗
하네요.
매너링도 있나 그러면?
There's a
찾아보면?
book on the
한번 찾아보세요.
coffee table
데이빗
there.
매너링
예.
is white
ABC
tattoo.
순으로 되어 있는 것 같아. 이게 E니까 D를 찾아보세요. 앞쪽으로. 오케이.
That one, yeah.
어디서
What
찾아?
it-
D?
yeah,
David,
that
yes,
one.
yeah,
Have you
yes.
seen that one?
데이빗 DAV 없다.
그
데이빗
배터리가 다 나가버렸어.
야, 제가 할게요.
데이빗
Oh, no, don't worry about that. That's my buddy.
I know.
T
That's
David.
a Christmas present from my son.
데이빗
데이비슨까지는
What's
있는데
that? What's that? What's that?
전키.
Eh? Yeah, donkey.
예.
Rhymes with donkey.
동이.
Yeah.
아, 예.
Yes.
Oh,
오케이.
young guys. Good.
좀 키웠어.
Who's the young guy?
You.
That's
Of course, you. That's you. Young guy.
South Korea? This
yeah, that's South Korea. Yeah.
어, 예.
That's a young me.
오, 영유.
Ah. This is 18 years old. This is 19 years old. High five. You are 19 years old.
Oh, I wish I was.
Yeah.
Hard to recognize you. Hardly recognize.
That's one of my jeeps.
사진
아,
거기서 나오셨구나. Can you have a look for Waikato area? David Mannering is now chairperson. Can you check for David Mannering?
How do I this?
Captain Mannering.
Yeah.
I don't
David.
have to look in here to know Captain Mannering.
No, David Mannering.
Yeah, Captain Mannering.
Yeah, yes.
Ah.
Have you never watched Dad's Army on television?
There's
Dad's Army,
대전.
the Home Guard in England during World War II, and the boss of the Home Guard unit was Captain Mannering.
Okay.
Same name,
Okay, Mannering, yes.
and behaves like Captain Mannering.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, so that's. If you look at these, he's dead. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead.
Oh.
He's dead.
Only you live.
I'm the only one left of that group.
Oh, dear.
Oh.
Mannering.
Oh, this is tall, you guys. Oh.
I used to be 6'2",
Wow. 1m80
but I'm shorter than that now.
Yeah,
It's
it's-
called middle-aged slump.
slump. Oh.
Mannering.
Yeah, Mannering.
Mannering.
We met him yesterday.
There he is.
Yeah,
there.
Mannering. Yeah, David Alistair.
David
Alistair
Alistair.
Mannering. 이 사진 찍어보세요.
매너링을 찍어야 되는구나.
아, 매너링을
네,
준대.
서-
데이빗.
서네임.
아, 서네임을 줬구나.
똑같잖아요.
이게 남바예요.
옐로우
그러니까.
페이지죠.
Yeah.
It's number.
205. So
Wow.
he's an original.
Yeah, can I take
Hang
a
on.
photo for David Mannering?
Tried to enlist in 1950 but had to wait until he completed his pharmacy apprenticeship. Enlisted at Napier in October 1951, so he's not
Yes.
an original.
Yeah, 51.
다음에.
Yeah.
응, 맞아요.
Travelled to Korea by TOIs with the tourists.
아, 또
Yeah.
아, 하위야. 그 배,
언제 갔는지 그리고 떠난 날짜까지 다 나와 있네요. 예.
Good history.
I'll point to it.
그쪽에서
음,
같이
이제
좀
알소.
들여다보세요. 예.
I saw
우리
for
같이
we met David
들여다보세요,
Mannering
저쪽에서.
Yeah.
yesterday.
Yeah.
So we know the
Yesterday.
Navy.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, yesterday.
And to deliver, like we met you
All
today,
deliver books?
to deliver the book.
All books.
All
yesterday.
right. Yeah.
From
yeah.
Waikato.
He's in Tauranga, isn't he?
No.
같이 들여다보세요.
캠브리지.
제가 그림을 만들려고 조금 숙이세요.
Cambridge.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he moved to Cambridge now,
Yeah.
Silvertown,
Yeah.
and we met him in Rotorua and then Wanganui and Palmerston North and Wellington. You
Oh, I
last
see. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
We met.
long,
Yeah, long
road,
journey.
long road
Yeah,
trip.
so we met for David Mannering, all house, all photos.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, originally there were 6,000 of us. Now there's only about 60 of us.
Yeah, now it's only 60.
The old man with the scythe, you know.
Yes.
Wow, you could book this. Only you have a book. I didn't
다
never
갖고
seen.
있어요, 다.
All everyone's veterans have these books.
I got this book. I bought this book
Bought you. 2020.
when I was national president.
응.
Oh, that's Howard Chamberlain signed it for me. That's
Howard
me.
Chamberlain.
Yeah, Howard Chamberlain. He's the keeper of the rolls, which is an honorary thing
Yeah.
for defence.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
That
you
one-
show us. Yeah.
And this one, have you seen that one before?
Maybe a Tony house. I saw this one. Yeah, Tony.
Yeah.
Yes. Who is this?
That's me.
Oh, have a look. Wow. Very slim and very handsome guy.
6 foot.
But,
Oh.
6 foot tall.
you know,
Wow. Ooh. Is it?
Ah, now it's.
Oh, so when we had to make a book, which year?
that's me there.
Oh.
Wow, you piping there? This young man, young man. Which year we made
Telling
this
the
book?
whole story.
This book?
That's
Right by.
2011.
yeah. Pippa Desmond wrote the book, and it's
Oh, which year?
what's that?
Some lekker. Ja, we have a look. Which here? Oh, no name. Which here made the books? This one. Wow, oh, there. Have a look.
What?
2013.
Yeah.
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 Yes.
아까 저것도
But
13년인 것 같던데.
You know, there's a whole lot of veterans in there and with their stories. and
Yeah,
Yeah.
story and photos.
Yeah.
Nice. Some it's all. Oh my goodness me.
That's out of print now. And yesterday when I was cleaning up in here, because you guys were coming, this place is not usually this tidy. Over there in the corner, over there in the corner, I found another one of those.
Very cool.
So I've got two of these books. But that I'd forgotten that's the only photograph, the only war-y photograph I've got. My dog 11.
It's you. You.
Yeah.
Aren't you? Oh.
I don't think
That's
this photo's
great.
in there though.
1951. Wow. What a cute.
Over there, that jacket.
상여. 와, 죽음 이거 봤네. 이 사람들 보고 신기해서. 와. Do you remember?
That's my uniform.
하지 마세요. 별로 좋은 거 아니까.
오.
오, 야.
Common. Yeah, I know this one. K veterans. Yeah.
I tried to get all our veterans wearing something similar,
야.
but they didn't want to.
Yes.
I throw where I can I take a photo? Yeah. 이거 보고 싶다고 사람들 집에서.
There's another book on the coffee table too.
우리 민족 교류 협회에서 만든
이런 데에서도 이런 거
대한민국
했네요.
평화통일 국민문화재 조직위원회가 되어 있네요. 서티피케이트 and 본 메달증. 아하, 이게 언제 한 건가? 2017?
Yeah,
Yes.
well, that was the last time I was up there.
해양수산부 장관, 국회부의장, 농림수산부 장관, 거선 국회의장, 국방부 장관,
Actually, that
국회의원 이강훈
that's
보온 메달증 이런 것도 어느 협회에서
예,
이렇게 모아서 줬네요.
예.
Oh, yeah, I gave it to you.
Peninsula showing. Yeah, thank you. I can take
저기서 줬대요.
close up.
Yeah, one more.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay.
what?
Okay. Thank you.
You guys are weird cameras out.
You're very famous. We have a lot
No,
of
I'm
Canada.
not.
Of us, you are known by
I don't think Captain Mannering thinks so.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, we visited from Auckland
I'm
down
not dressed.
to
I'm
Wellington.
not dressed for photographs.
Ready?
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Okay. Thank you.
The veterans, so I can.
Why don't you hang on to them
Yeah. That's
and
right.
bring them with
On the
you
Otaki.
to Otaki?
Yes.
Yes, good
that's
idea.
the right
Yeah, I
word.
told him.
That's the right.
That way you're doing it. I'm not doing it.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
right,
that's
you're
the
right.
right-
Yeah.
right solution.
저
Right
아버지,
way.
you're
Okay,
right.
Yes.
아이고.
On the
귀여워.
wine.
Yes. It's pure.
For you.
How did you know that?
Because, you know, we are Kiwi. You know?
Yeah,
We are
Kiwis.
Kiwi. Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Once these old bikes will grow up, so he made new engine.
오토바이 뭐 보여주잖아.
예. 와. 우와.
1, 2, 3, 4.
오.
Yeah. This is the big one.
와.
That one I put together out of a crate when it was brand spanking new.
Oh, this looks very
This one is
I like this one.
antique. This one's different,
That's
very different.
1938,
Wow.
Yeah.
and this is my
This
girl.
is good.
Oh.
Can I sit?
Eh?
Can I sit and you drive?
Yeah. Going backside on that.
Oh, you push, yes, good idea. Whoa, it sounds wrong, wrong, wrong.
Well, this one started off with a heap of rusty bits in a trailer. That was going to the
Oh, your
tip.
black shoot.
Later, yeah. It's to keep you busy. All the bikes keep you busy.
Oh,
Not all the time.
I actually prefer these to that.
Ah,
That's very fast, this one.
yeah.
And,
Oh, poor your car. This is a car.
이게 다 연장 있으니까 저거 다 만들잖아요.
go around and do it to all of them.
Yes.
조심하세요.
You don't.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. You show your motorbike.
Oh,
Cheers. Yes.
My name is Jong Lee. I'm a White House Korean Association chairperson.